Has someone you care about been changing in quiet but concerning ways this past year? Many people believe that when someone passes away in old age, it happens all of a sudden. But often, the body begins to send gentle signals, months or even a year in advance. The challenge is, these signs are easy to miss. They can seem like small things at first. It's usually only after a loved one has passed that family members look back and realize the signs were there all along. But by then, it's too late to prepare, and too late to create those last, special memories. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 important signs that may show up in the year leading up to a person's final stage of life. Some of these signs may already feel familiar, things you've noticed but brushed off as just getting older. Others might seem minor, but they can actually be your body's way of saying it's starting to slow down. Recognizing these signs early can help you or your family make better decisions, share more meaningful moments, and most importantly, bring comfort, peace, and dignity during this delicate time. Please watch until the end, because these signs can help you prepare, both emotionally and practically. When you understand what's happening, you won't feel as surprised or overwhelmed. You'll be ready to make the most of the time you still have with the people who matter most. Let's begin. Sign number 1. Noticeable weight loss. One of the first and most important signs that someone may be nearing the final year of life is losing weight without trying. At first, it might be small, clothes fitting looser, a belt needing an extra notch, or a loved one eating less than usual. Many families assume it's just part of getting older, but the truth is, unintentional weight loss is often a sign that the body is having trouble. As we age, some muscle loss is normal, but rapid or noticeable weight loss can mean the body is no longer absorbing nutrients well. The muscles may be shrinking, energy may be dropping, and the immune system becomes weaker, making it harder to fight off illness. Sometimes the digestive system stops working as it used to. A person may struggle to break down food or process proteins properly. This leads to a loss of strength, balance, and overall vitality. Another reason, changes in appetite. Many older adults no longer feel hungry like they once did. Food may not taste the same. Enjoyment fades, and meals become smaller or skipped entirely. This isn't just about preference. It's a real, physical change. The body, sensing that it's slowing down, may no longer send strong hunger signals to the brain. The result is less energy, less strength, and a steady decline in overall health. Chronic illnesses also play a role. Conditions like cancer, heart failure, or kidney disease can lead to slow, silent weight loss, long before more serious symptoms show up. Even mental health conditions like depression or early memory decline can reduce appetite. Some families try to help by offering favorite meals or nutritional drinks. That's a kind and loving step. But if the weight still continues to fall, it may not just be about eating. It may be that the body is quietly preparing for a deeper transition. At this point, forcing big meals may not be helpful. Instead, it's often better to focus on comfort, simple, and easy-to-eat foods, and staying hydrated. These small adjustments can go a long way in supporting quality of life. So, if you notice an elderly loved one is losing weight, feeling weaker, or not as active as before, it's important to take it seriously. This isn't just about appearance. It's the body's way of communicating something deeper. And by understanding that message, you can plan with more clarity, show more compassion, and make each moment together truly meaningful. Sign number 2. Extreme fatigue and weakness. Another major change that can occur in the final year of life is a deep, lasting tiredness that doesn't go away with rest. This isn't the usual tired feeling after a busy day. This is a profound exhaustion, the kind that makes everyday tasks feel nearly impossible. Getting out of bed may take real effort. Walking from one room to another might feel like a big job. Even simple things like cooking, dressing, or chatting with family can become too tiring to manage. This kind of weakness isn't just part of normal aging. It's a sign that the body is saving what little energy it has left. As the organs begin to slow down, the body focuses on the most essential tasks, like keeping the heart beating and the lungs working. The heart may not pump as strongly. Blood may not flow as easily. Muscles might not get enough oxygen. That's why many people feel weaker, more unsteady, and unable to keep up with their usual activities. There's also something called a metabolic slowdown. That means the body stops making and using energy the way it used to. It shifts from doing to preserving. Because of this, many seniors begin sleeping more, long naps during the day, going to bed earlier, or struggling to stay awake for long periods. You may even notice sudden dips in energy. One moment they seem fine, and the next, they're completely worn out. What can be hardest, though, is the emotional impact of all this fatigue. Someone who's always been active and independent might start to feel frustrated or even ashamed that they can't do what they once could. They may pull away from conversations, stop seeing friends, or lose interest in hobbies. It's not because they don't care. It's because they're exhausted. Sadly, this can lead to loneliness and isolation, which only makes the decline faster. For families, it's heartbreaking to watch someone go from full of life to quiet and withdrawn. It's easy to think they just need to try harder. But the truth is, pushing them won't help. What helps most is patience, understanding, and comfort. Let them rest when they need to. Adjust routines. Spend time together in calm, gentle ways. If your loved one is experiencing deep fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, it's a sign the body is going through something significant. Now is the time to slow down, talk gently, and share peaceful moments. It's not about how much they can do, it's about helping them feel loved, respected, and at ease. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type number 2 in the comments so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us keep making content that informs and uplifts. Now, let's continue. Sign number 3. Increased cognitive confusion or withdrawal. As someone nears the end of life, one of the more noticeable changes often shows up in how they think, talk, and connect with others. You might begin to see a person who used to be clear-minded start to forget things more often, even if they never had memory problems before. They may have trouble keeping up with conversations, get confused in places they know well, or repeat themselves without realizing it. They might forget names, lose track of time, or seem off in ways that feel unusual. This isn't just normal forgetfulness. The brain, just like the heart or kidneys, needs a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to work well. But as circulation slows down, the brain doesn't get what it needs. As a result, thinking becomes harder. Decisions take more effort. Familiar faces may not be recognized right away. In some cases, they might seem sharp and alert one moment, and deeply confused the next. This in and out awareness can be very unsettling for families to witness. Another sign to watch for is emotional withdrawal. People who are approaching the final phase of life often begin to pull back, not just mentally, but socially. They may talk less, stop joining in family activities, or spend long stretches of time sitting quietly. It's not because they don't care about the people around them. It's because their energy, focus, and emotional reserves are running low. This kind of withdrawal can be mistaken for depression or sadness, but it's often simply part of the natural slowing down process. Sign number 4. Changes in breathing patterns. Another sign that can appear in the final year of life is a noticeable change in how a person breathes. Breathing may become slower or more shallow. Sometimes there are long pauses between breaths, known as apnea. Other times, the person may breathe rapidly for a while, then suddenly stop for a few seconds before starting again. These changes might seem concerning at first, but they are actually common as the body begins to wind down. What's happening is this: the brain and lungs are adjusting to a slower rhythm. As the organs begin to tire, the body doesn't need as much oxygen as it once did. The brain, in turn, signals the lungs to take in less air. This can result in patterns like Cheyne-Stokes breathing, which involves alternating periods of deep breaths and shallow or paused breathing. This might sound unusual, but it's a natural part of the body preparing for the final stages of life. Some people may also begin to breathe through their mouth instead of their nose, or you might notice a wet, rattling sound when they exhale. This sound is sometimes called the death rattle, but it's important to know, it doesn't mean the person is in pain. It usually happens because the muscles that help with swallowing become weak, so saliva or fluids collect in the throat. While these changes can be difficult to witness, they aren't usually distressing to the person experiencing them. In fact, many are not even aware of them. If your loved one shows signs like this, your presence matters more than anything. Hold their hand, speak softly, and create a peaceful space. There's no need to panic. Just be there, calmly and lovingly. Comfort care at this stage may include keeping the head slightly raised, using a cool cloth on the forehead, or even playing soft music to help create a relaxing environment. For caregivers and family members, it's important to remember, these breathing changes are part of the body's natural rhythm as it prepares to rest. They are not something to fix, but rather something to support with gentleness and peace. If you're still with us and learning from this video, please type number 4 in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a helpful video like this one. Your encouragement means a lot. Now, let's move on to the final sign. Sign number 5. Loss of interest in daily life. One of the final and often overlooked signs that a person may be nearing the end of life is a quiet, gradual withdrawal from daily routines, relationships, and even personal interests. Activities they once enjoyed, gardening, watching TV, reading, chatting with loved one, may no longer appeal to them. Meals go untouched, phone calls go unanswered, and even getting dressed might feel unnecessary. This isn't laziness or depression in every case. In many instances, it's the body and mind slowly preparing to let go. As physical strength fades and energy becomes limited, the desire to engage with the outside world often fades too. You may notice your loved one spending more time in bed, preferring silence over conversation, or even becoming emotionally distant. This can be especially painful for family members who are trying to stay connected and keep their loved one engaged. But try to understand, this stage is deeply personal. It's not about giving up. It's about the body and soul finding rest. It's a way of turning inward, focusing on peace and comfort rather than external stimulation. You might also notice a shift in priorities. The person may speak more about the past or about spiritual matters. They might reflect on memories, express regrets, or even say they're ready or tired. These moments are important. They're not just signs of decline. They're invitations to listen, support, and honor their journey. As someone who cares, you don't need to force cheerful conversations or push them to keep busy. Instead, try being quietly present. Sit beside them, hold their hand, let them know they're not alone. Offering simple comforts, a warm blanket, a gentle foot rub, or soft music, can speak volumes. Sometimes, just your calm presence brings more peace than any words ever could. This emotional and social withdrawal is a natural part of life's final chapter. It's not something to fight. It's something to understand and accept with love. If you've noticed this change in someone close to you, it's okay to feel sadness, but try to focus on creating moments of connection that match their energy level. If this part of the video resonates with you, please comment number 5 below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on the bell to stay connected with more thoughtful, helpful content like this. As we wrap up, remember, these signs don't mean giving up hope. They mean preparing with compassion, supporting with grace, and honoring the time you have left together. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. I'd really love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video and how you might use it in your own life. Your thoughts matter, and hearing from you encourages us to keep doing what we do. Reading your comments brings us joy and inspiration. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who may benefit. Your support helps us keep creating meaningful content that informs and uplifts. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.